the fallout from the Aged Care Royal Commission report on COVID-19 preparations. For more, we're joined by the CEO of Leading Age Services Australia, Sean Rooney. Good morning, Sean. None of this seemed to be a lot of a surprise to people.
Look, I think you're right. I mean, we're thankful that the Royal Commission report focuses on what we think the national priority should be, and that's protecting older Australians in our aged care system from the coronavirus, and as well as supporting and enabling the workforce that cares and supports those older Australians to make sure that they're fit and healthy and well, and giving every support to be able to make sure we take care of older people in our care.
Okay, so among these recommendations, the ones that people who've got family members perhaps in homes might be most interested in is this idea to try and increase visitors immediately, because it's having such a huge impact, not only the families but the aged people in these homes, mental health impacts. How quickly can your members, the aged care homes, actually make that happen?
Look, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, the Royal Commission has hit the nail on the head with this one. We know that delivering good quality care is not just about meeting the physical needs of residents in aged care homes, but it's also the social, the emotional and other supports. And so doing what we can to ensure that we get the balance right between keeping people safe and keeping the virus out of those aged care homes, whilst also supporting those residents and their loved ones to be able to continue to connect and spend time together is fundamentally important. Yet the clear message in the report, though, is that there is a sense of urgency that we need to move with scale and at pace to be able to implement the recommendations. And we spoke to the government last night after the release of the report. We're convening a group of experts on Tuesday afternoon to go through this in detail, with the view that we want to move as quickly as possible on these recommendations to make sure that we're doing everything we can to protect older Australians.
Yeah, because the report is saying immediately, they want it to happen immediately, that you have people in these homes who can perhaps greet visitors, take them straight through to where their loved one is, ensure that there's not interaction with other people, or that, you know, this idea about trying to keep on top of infection possibilities.
This is right. So what we need is the resources available, the staff available to do that contact screening when visitors are coming to services, that they can coordinate and assist in the actual visitations, and that frees up all the other staff to just get on with the job of providing the care and the support and the services to all other residents. And so being able to realise this as quickly as possible is the front and centre of what's ahead of us.
Sean Rooney, there's been a lot of criticism of the government about not having a plan, but you know, you've been on this program before previously and have defended your members, saying that there have been plans, and of course everyone only ever wanted to do the right thing, but the casual workplace staff, the fact that these are for-profit organisations, but how much responsibility are you taking and your members taking out of this report?
I think the thing with the report, which is really clear, that it focuses on the end game and not the blame game. And the end game being that as a nation, we need to do everything we can to support the aged care workers and those aged care services, but also the health workers and the other services at the state and local levels to protect older Australians. And that's what we need to focus on. Now, you know, there's lots of arguments about whether there was a plan or not a plan. You know, I can say with confidence that we did, as a sector, everything that was asked of us through the guidance that was provided to us to protect older Australians. But we know that this is a novel coronavirus, and we have learned lessons as we've gone, and this is what the Royal Commission is saying, is we now have a body of evidence that says we need to do things somewhat differently, somewhat better, and that's what we need to focus on now.
All right, Sean Rooney, thank you.
Thanks, Lisa.